Hello, this is my video post after watching the PBS Egolite. I know I'm butchering the name, but like watching the PBS video and completing all the readings. These were the three things about the Haitian Revolution that really stood out to me. First, I was struck by the extreme contradiction between Haiti's wealth and the violence that produced it. Early in the video, the narrator explains that during its height at Saint Domingue, it was the richest place in the Americas. This richness was all rooted in slaves. This is at the 56 second mark, and this moment really stood out because it makes it clear that the Haitian Revolution didn't come out of nowhere. The wealth that Europe benefited was built on intense brutality. So the violence of the revolution feels more like a response to centuries of suffering, and rather than something sudden or rational or new, you know. The next thing that interested me was how influential the Haitian Revolution was beyond Haiti in itself, especially in inspiring enslaved and free people of color in other parts of the Atlantic world. In the Aponte reading, Jose Antonio Aponte explains that portraits of Haitian revolutionary leaders, with the quote, were copied by myself from many other engravings on page 12 can be found. I found this really interesting because it shows how the revolution traveled through images and storytelling, not just through the written text, obviously, but how Haiti became a symbol of possibility, especially for people who are still living under slavery elsewhere in the world. The third thing, and last thing I would see to say that stood out to me was how complex Toussaint Louverture's leadership was. The video shows him as deeply committed to liberty and equality, but also extremely concerned with rebuilding the economy and protecting Haiti from foreign invasion. The tension really becomes important when looking at what happened after the revolution. Definitely when formerly enslaved people were pushed back into plantation labor. When it comes to change in production after the Haitian Revolution, I think those changes were understandable given what people had just endured. Ferro explains after years of war and destruction, with a direct quote, "Export agriculture was virtually dead and the economy was based on subsistence production." Ferrero, page 4. This shift makes sense, obviously, to me because many formerly enslaved people wanted control over their own labor, their own food, and not to return to an export system that reminded them of direct slavery. At the same time as well, I also understand why the leaders of the new Haitian state made decisions they did. Farrell points out that Haiti's post-revolutionary economic system emerged, with the direct quote, "not by design, but by accident, as a consequence of the killing or flight of all French landlords," from Farrell on page 1. Leaders like Toussaint, Dessalines, and Christophe were trying to defend independence in a hostile world, and restarting plantation production was one of the few ways to generate revenue and weapons. However, by relying on forced labor and centralized labor, they ended up creating systems that felt like eerily too similar to slavery for many people. Overall, I think the Haitian Revolution shows how difficult it is to not just achieve freedom, but to build a society that truly reflects it. The leaders were trying to protect independence, but their decisions often did conflict with what actual freedom meant to its people and who had fought for it. And yeah, that's all I got.